Look, everybody that just goes on there and y'all comment on the show, I love y'all. All y'all motherfuckers that keep saying the same shit. Look, I hate repetition. Say it one time, like the shit, that's it. But anyway, let me digress a little bit. Then a hip hop album review, Kanye West, YEEZUS. And we got the homie Chosen with iHipHop. Tell him what you do, homie.
iHipHopmusic.com. Google me, Hip Hop Music. I'm right there, kicking Wikipedia's ass. I'm here, man. Kanye West, Jesus Christ, blasphemy.
I heard Black Skinhead on what was it, Jimmy Kimmel or whatever late night show. Yeah, one of them. One of the Jimmys. I first heard Black Skinhead, and it was definitely not clear. So I didn't know. Whoever follows me on Twitter, you already know I started posting about it. I didn't know if I liked it because I really couldn't hear what he said. But to be completely honest with you, Black Skinhead is one of the 3 tracks on this album that I truly enjoy. But for the most part, Kanye definitely went, and sonically, he went to the left, just like he did on 808 and Heartbreaks. Kanye's that dude. He's going to do what he feels like doing, regardless of what anybody thinks he's gonna say, what the fuck he wants to say. That's nothing new. I respect that. I respect when an artist knows what he wants to do and doesn't give a fuck about anybody else, and he does it. And I don't want to say that he did this well. I just know that this album is not for me. Hater. I'm not hating. He didn't. Look, 808 and Heartbreak wasn't for Ken. YEEZUS is not for me. But there are 3 tracks on here I like. I like Black Skinhead. I like New Slaves. And what the fuck is my third? Oh, and I like Hold My Liquor. The reason why I like Hold My Liquor,
I like that too. I'll tell you why.
As soon as it came on, there's only one motherfucker I thought of. That nigga right here.
I can hold my liquor.
Kanye. He has some lines on other tracks like I'm In It. When he said eating Asian pussy, I need to sauce. Oh man. Look. Kanye is a rapper.
Call that a line.
The fuck is it?
That shit was hard.
Yeah.
What?
I liked it.
Hard as your dick in water.
I'm done with Kanye. Look, YEEZUS, whatever. I ain't got nothing else to say on YEEZUS.
In a way, I kind of felt conflicted after listening to this, because I was like, well, damn, I enjoy 808s and Heartbreak, so it's like, how come I'm not liking this? I only like 4. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, but like, just for Kanye going to the left, it's like, I appreciate it, 808. I love 808s, heck what Ken talking about. But yeah, this project, yeah, it's like Kanye was just, like, he was struggling with bars for some reason. I didn't get the, not saying I was expecting the same Kanye from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, because he was spitting on that one. But he wasn't spitting on this one, man. I felt he was struggling, and the only tracks I like is, I like Black Skinhead once I heard the CD quality of it. New Slaves, I like that one. That's probably my favorite track on there. That and Bound 2. Why you in the album with Bound 2 is my shit, man.
That's the only track that sounded like it could have even been on My Beautiful Dark Twisted
Fantasy. I don't want to get on about, I mean, that's that album. I'm just talking about this one, but I like for him to finish that album like that. I'm like, damn, I felt like I was fooled the whole time, because it's like you had this house, and then Blood on the Leaves. I like the beat. That's all I gotta say. But I didn't care too much for it. I keep those songs in my iTunes, those 4 that I name. Everything else is pretty much, slam dunk in the recycle bin. I'm still a huge fan of Kanye. I mean, I still respect him as an artist and everything. Appreciate him pushing the limits, whatever he wanted to do with this record. But it's just, I can't get, not for me.
Okay. Look, man, this shit is like a train wreck on YouTube that you can't fucking turn off. That's exactly what it kind of reminds me of. You put this shit on, and the shit comes in with all of this fucking shit of damn different sounds that he just decided he want to throw in it. It's like a whirlpool of sounds, or hurricane of sounds that he just threw on a fucking damn soundboard. He just mixed this all shit together and tried to make some fucking type of hip hop EDM gumbo shit. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, Kanye? And it's like, this is my problem. See, there's an emotional response that I have to this shit, and then there's the logical whatever.
We're getting the emotional
But this emotional shit right now, and I told Mike this emotional shit is the shit that this motherfucker does all the time. It's the same shit I had with 808s and Heartbreak. This motherfucker go in here and say that he feels like he can put anything fucking out, and all these motherfuckers are digesting and take it. And that's why he's running around calling himself fucking YEEZUS. And like, and just like religion, we motherfuckers get going around it. Yeah, this shit is great. Get the fuck out of here, man. First of all, I'm not saying Kanye's a hypocrite, but there's some hypocrite ass shit on this fucking album. You got fucking New Slaves where you railing against, you know, all of this materialistic shit, but you just made a whole motherfucking album about this shit. Like, and shit, if I'm not mistaken, Niggas in Paris was one of your biggest hits. So, I don't know, man. I don't
even gotta go that far. There's shit on this album. First song. The first song he's talking about his, never mind.
No, this is a conversation. We're talking right now.
I 100% agree with you when he was talking about, you know, black man dating a white girl. You know, I'm at the top now. They trying to get King Kong and all this shit.
That's some hard bars, man. Comparing a black man to a big fucking.
No, I'm not saying that's hard bars.
But I'm just saying. I'm not saying you are.
And then you know the whole the whole marrying of a porn chick, or you know your titty out now. You know, and I'm in it. You know that whole fucking.
That's not in it.
It's not like, I like Blood on the Leaves. I thought that shit was fun. I like the singing at the end. I didn't know if I liked it at first because I was falling asleep, because I was listening to it when I was in, you know, and I was kind of falling asleep. So when I woke up, I didn't know if I was kind of in a dream state towards the singing shit. I was like, I think the shit may have woke me up. I don't know.
So you got one track out of the whole.
Nah, there are other tracks.
So you don't like the production at all? Nothing.
It's not like this motherfucker doing anything different. Everybody talking about he pushing the sound of hip hop, the sonic, this, that. This shit ain't fucking different than other fucking hip hop shit that's out there, man. If these motherfuckers would go listen to some shit, what the fuck is he doing that's so different than some other motherfuckers that out here that's been doing some shit and rapping over some weird ass beats?
Because he's
doing some.
That's really what it boils down to.
That's what he boils down to. Look at Mike. That's what it. He's easy. I was like, go ahead. My bad.
I feel like that too. It's not a new sound. It's like Lupe was doing that shit on mixtapes like 2 years ago.
He
like
did it with Friend of the People.
Yeah, picking those type of beats and then rapping over them. And depending on who you are, it doesn't happen like that. But I mean, I like the album, man. I really liked it. There's not a song on there where I can like find a problem with it. In terms of production, I think where he lost most of the hip hop purists and people who were expecting it to sound a certain way is when he went with all that electronic stuff. And majority of the album is Daft Punk. We know what type of stuff they produce. So when people first heard the introduction, which was New Slave, and they did a broadcast all over, it set up a context of what we thought we were gonna hear. And people had an idea of what the album was gonna be like. And then when they got it, it was nothing like that. And I mean, from what you said about him being a contradiction, he's always been a contradiction. That's not new. He's always been like a hypocrite. But I mean, I like the album. Production, the samples, and of course I'm Jamaican, so I like all the Jamaican shit that happened on there. I like the album, man. I can't front. Like,
Front to back.
When it comes down to it, I'm playing the shit every day and I'm enjoying listening to it. That's all I can give it.
To me, this album was a borderline joke, and I'll tell you why. All of you motherfuckers that were running around, Death Grips ain't hip hop. What the fuck? He's not even rapping. He's just yelling. But then you like this, you're full of dog shit. What the fuck is the difference?
Yeah.
This album sounds to me like Kanye. He is not, I agree with Ken 100%, he's not pushing boundaries. All he did was he jumped on a bandwagon. Noise hop is the new thing. Kanye heard it. He heard, if he tells me he never heard Death Grips, he's a fucking liar. He heard Death Grips, he may have heard Blackie, he may have heard some other shit, and says, you know what, I'm gonna do that. The issue is, he did it poorly. Everything about this album says, look at me, look at me, look at me. From the production, from the lack of an album cover, from the subject matter, from him screaming, from the shit that he's saying, there was nothing deep about this. He was trying to be deep and he was completely out of his league. This album to me just sounded like he mimicked some other groups, and he did it badly. Now, can I put this album on and still enjoy it? Yeah, I can put it on and I can listen to it front to back, because for some reason, I don't turn it off. But there's a part of me, but I will never, ever defend this album, because I don't think it's good. When the album first leaked, everyone was telling me that I needed to hear it. They're like, this is right up your alley. This is your kind of shit.
Experimental.
So when I think about this album, the fact that it is experimental, I'm thinking, okay, if I keep listening to it, eventually I'll get it. It took me 10 listens to even formulate an actual opinion. Because every time I put it on, I was just like, I don't get it. Second time, I don't get it. Third time, don't fucking get it. And finally on my 10th, I get it. Kanye, you just did a shit job of trying to make an experimental album.
So you think you're just hard on it because it's Kanye?
Am I hard on it because it's Kanye? Yeah. No.
So
no.
This wasn't Kanye,
like,
and this was like somebody that you didn't never heard of before.
Like Joe Blow.
I would still think it was whack, and I would tell you why. When I reviewed the Clipping album, I had the same issue with them as I have with this. Okay. When you listen to the production, you expect a different kind of MC. And this is not a shot against Clipping, but you expect a different kind of MC. When you listen to this, it feels like Kanye was doing what he thinks he was supposed to do. He's supposed to dumb down his lyrics. He's supposed to yell. He's supposed to do all this crazy outlandish shit because the production is so outlandish. So exactly, to the T, what can I do to make this production make sense? I can say some of the most ridiculous, outlandish shit in the world, like I am a god. But I feel like, but because it's Kanye, I feel like he could have done so much more with this. Experimental music is more than this. You insert yourself into it. He didn't do that. He just copied other people.
And it's like kind of disappointing because you know he can get creative like that. You can,
Please just stop fucking empowering this dude.
I'm not empowering.
No, not you. I'm just saying everybody else. You guys take this fucking YEEZUS shit and you freaking run with it.
I agree with Ken.
Yeah, I do.
I agree with Ken because I think that if this was not Kanye, you guys would not like it. Example, Death Grips. You're only giving it a pass because it's Kanye West and you feel like, oh, he's an artist, so therefore he should be. He's so deep that I can't even get it yet. That's what I was thinking at first. I'm like, man, this dude, there's gotta be something here. But no, hurry up with my damn croissant. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. I don't hate it like Ken does. I just hate that he didn't come to his potential with this type of sound. And I hate that he's trying to act like this is so fucking deep. This is my Fisher-Price first electronic experimental hip-hop album. That's what this is.
And I don't want to say that I hate it. Like I said, my whole reaction is very emotional to this shit, but because all the way back with 808s, and that's all this really is 808s in reverse.
No, it's not. No. Don't even go there.
808s is well thought out. 808s are well thought out.
808s, even if you didn't like it, Kanye West was more familiar with that sound, so he did it well.
And he took something that was so hated.
I don't know, man.
Kanye is not exploring new territory. And all of you guys that are on this album, it's cool if you genuinely like it. But you dudes that are sitting there telling me, once again, that Death Grips is not hip-hop, but you're telling me this is. You're telling me, I am a god. God. Hurry up with my damn croissant. God. I mean, you're telling me that is hip-hop. You're telling me that him rhyming over Marilyn Manson beats is perfectly acceptable. But MC Ride sampling up some shit with Beastie Boys and whatever and yelling is not hip-hop. I want to hear you motherfuckers defend that shit. I really fucking do. And you give me something else besides, oh, well, this is Kanye. Because you can't tell me he's spitting on this album. You cannot tell me he's spitting on this album. And that's not even what I expected. I'm trying to keep this shut, but let me get this out real quick. I'm not even trying to say that I wanted the spitterific Kanye. Right. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I'm not getting anything except surface level mimicry from this album. I feel like he just heard Death Grips and was like, I'm gonna be the first motherfucker to do this in mainstream. And he rushed it out, shit it out, and he did a shitty fucking job. It's just so see-through. And it has nothing, I'm not even gonna pull the pretentious, I listen to more experimental music than you do, so I know more. Because I've seen that argument. You don't even have to go there. That has nothing to do with it. It's just not well made.
It's not good.
You have a bunch of chopped up beats. Like I said before, I keep repeating myself, but it just sounds like Kanye is trying his hardest to be weird.
I think he's definitely trying to jump on something that he saw last year just taking off. Because if you listen to this and you listen to some of this, even with some of this EDM shit that's been going on, like, you know what I'm saying? It seems like he's taking he's clearly jumping on this trend. And he feels like because he's Kanye, he can come in and just make it better or do his own thing. Because at the end of the day, this shit will get some play over there in some of these big ass clubs. And in all honesty, I think if Black Skins is the track I remember, the way those drums are in that song, I could clearly see that.
Oh, that's already been.
It's Marilyn Manson.
Yeah,
it's already on a movie too, for that new movie.
So I can see that
already
clearly on some drumline shit.
Yeah.
So there are some things as where this shit can be placed and it'll work. Together, collectively, it's not working. And the fact of the matter is, he's not doing anything different. And I think he's really just
No, keep going.
yeah. And I think and I think that, you know, and again, I think it's just
he was banking on people not hearing anything like that.
Yeah, and
but the people that have, we look at that and we're like, really? That's what you just shit out to us?
It definitely
Okay,
wasn't
but
new.
can you appreciate that he's bringing it to a mainstream level?
Nope.
Why not?
Because
I don't think he's doing it for that.
But I'm saying, but at the end of the day, he did it.
No, because
So can you-
people aren't gonna like Death Grips because they like this. They only like it because it's Kanye. The same people, and I'm not gonna name you,
But I'm
the
not saying
same
that he's
people.
ushering in this whole sound. I'm just saying, but can you appreciate him just taking a chance with it in the mainstream?
Yes. That I do. I do appreciate that he's ballsy enough to say I can do this.
That he's Kanye.
Ballsy / cocky enough to say I can do this.
I'm not gonna give Kanye a pat on his back for being Kanye.
No,
he's
well,
already.
yeah.
Kanye did this because he is Kanye. Kanye is, like I said at the beginning, I don't know if we got this on tape or whatever, but Kanye's gonna do what the fuck he wants to do, and this is proof. This is proof. He was like, yo, I feel like doing this. All right, I'm gonna do it. That's it. That's all it was. Again, I don't have to like it. I think that sonically, this is obviously different for Kanye. I don't think he's pushing the boundary. I just think this is different for Kanye. I like 3 songs. That's it.
Yeah, I didn't like this album. You know, being how creative Kanye is, I think I could have got a better album. You know, a better album than this that he put out.
10 tracks, usually like short albums.
No. This shit is still shit though. I mean, duh. I mean, yeah. I like short albums. I like short albums, but I mean, it has to be good music too. You gotta. I was disappointed. Could have been. I don't know. Kanye, you better than this. So.
YEEZUS is a disaster. Chosen.
I liked it. I liked the production. That makes it enjoyable. I wasn't looking for it to be deep. Being that it is Kanye, I guess the stakes were higher, so people were looking for.
YEEZUS?
Yo, it's Kanye. Kanye's been outlandish from the jump, man. You gonna hold him to YEEZUS?
I am.
Well, I'm just saying. You call it YEEZUS.
No, I'll say why
it's
I'm
supposed to be something. Nigga, you supposed
to be godlike.
I'm just saying it should be something better than lyrically than what this was. That's all I'm saying. You gonna call it YEEZUS?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think the lyrics are an issue at all, because he definitely didn't deliver on that front. I mean, how deep has Kanye really been though?
Much deeper than this. This, to me, was just not done well. Like I said earlier, this is a Fisher Price, my first experimental album.
Not even production?
No, I don't think the production was great either. I don't think anything about this was great. Now, New Slaves, I enjoyed. Black Skinheads, I enjoyed. But I wasn't even looking for Kanye to be spitting raw. I was actually looking for him to just talk about something interesting. If you're making your production interesting, give me interesting content. I got no interesting content. I got your stereotypical, suck my dick, I got money. But then you want to try to flip it around and try to get political for a minute and talk about New Slaves, which was basically just a fucking crybaby fest about, you know, you couldn't get into the fashion industry. And plus, you want to talk about the prison complex. Come on, dude. Like, everything about this album should have been called Struggle. It was struggle bars, it was struggle beats, it was struggle promotion, it was struggle everything. It was the whole thing. I look at this like a little kid that's trying to get my attention by tugging on my shirt. And if I'm ignoring him long enough, he's gonna go light something on fire. That's what Kanye did. He went and lit something on fire and burned it the fuck up. He didn't make it hot, he just burned it the fuck down. And now it's ashes, because this sound is probably going to take off with a bunch of kids who don't really understand it. They're just doing it because Kanye West did it, so it must be hot. And I think that is sad.
And he's gonna get